Well, the other developing story this afternoon, residents of Scenery Park in East London now holding another meeting to discuss the deaths of the 21 young people taken from them at the Enyobeni tavern at the weekend. Still no indication of what exactly killed the youngsters. Malungelo Booi joins us. Now, Malungelo, good afternoon to you. What's the latest there?
Well, Stephen, I'll tell you this. About 5 minutes ago, we've seen forensic experts arriving here at Enyobeni tavern, obviously to continue with their investigation. They are on the other side, but I just wanted you to see, we are in someone else's yard. Stephen, you see, these were used by the people who were inside the tavern to jump through from this window. You can see it's been completely cordoned off. So I want to see if you can just see what is taking place inside. You can see how small this venue is. We understand that it was completely packed. It's a double-story building, Stephen. So we're told this is where some of the patrons were, and upstairs, Stephen, we're told that's where the VIP lounge is, and also that's where some people were who tried to jump to this yard. And you can see here on the ground, Stephen, you see here, you can see there's some blood stains there, Stephen. You can also see on this side, right, there's also someone's pants, these black pants, and you can also see the many bottles of alcohol that are strewn all over this area. And also in front of this building, Stephen, what you see 3 bouquets of flowers that have been laid there in remembering those that have died. Stephen, I want you, Stephen, to just see inside of this facility. You can see the bottles that are broken. You can just tell that whatever was taking place here was just chaotic and disastrous. This is where we're told that police discovered 17 bodies of those young people. 2 others died in a local clinic, while 1 died on his way to a local hospital. We understand, Stephen, those that were in fact in hospital, some of those that were in hospitals were in various hospitals around East London. We're told that they were complaining about headaches, some were vomiting, some had tight chests, we're told by authorities, and some were complaining about back pains, obviously because of the falling and also because of the stampede. We're not sure, Stephen, what could have caused this incident. Or police are saying that the investigation into this incident is still continuing. But when you speak to eyewitnesses, they keep on talking about a guess that they believe could have started, the fumes inside. In fact, one person said it was tear gas, but others are even suggesting perhaps, there was poisoning. Of course, this is the talk around this particular community. Police are saying that the investigation into this matter is still continuing. Health authorities in the Eastern Cape told us, Stephen, that all the postmortems have been completed, but said that forensic samples were taken for more analysis, and the results of that will be released by the police. But of course, Stephen, as you rightfully indicated, this incident has raised so many questions. While people are grieving, at the same time, they're angry at a loss of life.
And Malungelo, just such a stark scene that you're showing us there, the sort of scene of this tragedy. And there were so many people inside, as you rightly say, quite a small space. I mean, people must have been so scared.
Stephen, we were speaking to those who survived this incident. In fact, I spoke to a young boy who, he's not a boy, in fact, he's 21 years old. He said he wanted to go inside, but he could not. He ended up being outside because of how packed the venue was. And he's saying that he's actually grateful that he was unable to go inside, because perhaps he could have also been among the 21 that died in this incident. He said he's angry. he's said that so many people lost their lives. And we're told, Stephen, the people that died and many of the people that were here in this venue are actually not from this particular community of Scenery Park. We're told they come from various communities, including Amalinda and Mdantsane. They all came to have a good time, a jolt here, because this place is actually quite popular, and a lot of residents in this community, Stephen, have actually been saying to me that they've raised concerns about this establishment because of the crowd that it always attracts and the noise that come with that. And they're saying that they complained to the owner, they complained to the police, they also complained to the ward councillor, and nothing was done. And they are of the view, Stephen, that had authorities acted when concerns were raised about this particular facility, perhaps what happened on Sunday would have not happened. Stephen?
And Malungelo, the police, the forensic experts, you're talking about them a moment ago. I presume that there's still a big investigation in terms of the post-mortems and in terms of what actually happened. Does it look like police have put their top people on it? Have they got proper resources there now?
Well, Stephen, we're made to believe that some of these forensic experts that have just arrived here actually come from Gauteng to assist in this investigation. And of course, we know, though, that the health department had also said that some of the doctors that would be assisting with those postmortems and treating those that were injured in this facility would actually be coming from other parts of the province to back up some hospitals here in the Eastern Cape. So you could see, Stephen, that there is an effort really to try and expedite the investigation into this incident. But I must say, though, Stephen, when you're speaking to locals, they just don't understand, Stephen, why it is taking so long to just establish what was the cause of death of those 21 young people. And that's why there's so much speculation into what could have caused this incident to start with, because we're also hearing, Stephen, that there was a bouncer who threw that tear gas, causing the pandemonium. And of course, that's what we're hearing from members of the community here, not from authorities, because they're saying that their investigation into this particular case, it is still continuing. But Stephen, I think it is also important to note that while the South African Police Service is busy with its own investigation, we saw officials from the Human Rights Commission also here interacting with members of the community. Their investigation, Stephen, is on the complaints that were raised by community members prior to this incident, that this establishment is problematic. But we also know, Stephen, that the Eastern Cape Liquor Board has also, is doing its own investigation. This is in relation to the young children being allowed to enter in this establishment. Remember, we're hearing that those who died, Stephen, all of them are under the ages of 18 years old, with the youngest being only 13 years old.
Malungelo Booi, thank you very much indeed for that crossing. Really a stark indicator of what happened, bringing you right into the scene of this most terrible tragedy, which is going to mark the Scenery Park community of East London for many years to come, the defining moment